Renting is throwing money away. Buying is the smartest investment you will ever make. Everyone has an opinion. Almost nobody has done the actual math. The media tells you both things at the same time. Your parents tell you one thing, your friends tell you another. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise is a number, a real number that cuts through everything. This video is the trial. Renting on one side, buying on the other. And by the end, you are going to know exactly which one wins for your specific life, your specific city, and your specific number. The dream goes like this. You buy a house, it goes up in value, you build equity, you pass it to your children, and renting is just paying someone else's mortgage forever. And for your grandparents, in their era, this was completely true. Houses were cheap, interest rates were manageable, salaries kept pace with prices. That world does not exist anymore. In 2024, the median home price in the United States crossed $400,000. The average mortgage payment hit $2,300 a month. First-time buyer affordability is at its lowest point in 40 years. Most people walk into the home buying conversation thinking about the house price. They forget the down payment, the closing costs, the property tax, the insurance, the maintenance, and the interest. By the time you add it all up, the number is very different. Before I open either door, I need to show you what is actually inside each one, because the numbers behind both doors are going to surprise you. Stay right here. Let us buy a $400,000 home. Standard 20% down payment. That's $80,000 you need saved before you even start. Most people take 5 to 7 years just to get here. Closing costs, between 2 and 5% of the purchase price. On a $400,000 home, that's $8,000 to $20,000 paid the day you sign. It disappears immediately and builds zero equity. A $320,000 mortgage at 7% over 30 years, monthly payment, $2,128. Total paid over 30 years, $766,000 on a $400,000 home. Experts recommend budgeting 1% of your home value per year for maintenance. On a $400,000 home, that is $4,000 a year, $330 a month that never appears in any mortgage calculator. Property tax, homeowners insurance, HOA fees in many neighborhoods. Add another $500 to $800 a month depending on your city. These costs go up every year. They never stop. They are never mentioned in the dream. Real total cost of buying that $400,000 home over 30 years, over $1 million when you include everything. Now let us look at the other door, because renting has a number too, and it is not what you think. Renting the equivalent home in the same neighborhood costs on average $1,600 a month. No property tax, no maintenance bill, no insurance beyond renter's coverage, no surprise roof replacement. The renter saves the $80,000 down payment instead of spending it. Invested at 7% over 30 years, that $80,000 becomes $609,000. That money did not disappear, it grew. The renter took the job offer in Austin. The homeowner could not sell fast enough without losing money. Flexibility is not just a lifestyle preference. In the right moment, flexibility is worth more than equity. The difference between the mortgage payment and the rent payment, roughly $500 a month invested consistently for 30 years at 7%, becomes $608,000. The renter who invests the difference is quietly building serious wealth. The furnace breaks in January. The roof leaks in March. The foundation needs attention in July. Every one of these costs falls entirely on the homeowner. The renter makes one phone call and goes back to sleep. We have seen both doors now. Both numbers are real. Both paths have costs that most people never calculate. Now I want to put them side by side because the comparison reveals something that will genuinely surprise most people watching this. Same person, same city, Same income, same 30 years. Buyer spends over $1 million total. Renter spends $576,000 in rent and builds $609,000 in investments. The numbers are closer than almost everyone expects. The buyer's strongest argument is appreciation. If that $400,000 home grows at 4% annually for 30 years, it is worth $1,297,000. That is real equity. That is real generational wealth. But the renter who invested the down payment and the monthly difference has a portfolio worth $1,217,000 after 30 years. The gap between buying and renting, when everything is calculated honestly, is $80,000 over 3 decades. $80,000 over 30 years. That is the real mathematical difference between renting and buying in most American cities, assuming average appreciation, average investment returns, and disciplined investing on the renter's side. Not hundreds of thousands, 80,000. In San Francisco, Austin, Miami, cities with exceptional appreciation, the buyer wins by a much wider margin. In flat markets, stagnant cities, or high property tax states, the renter wins more clearly. The math changes completely depending on where you live. The math is done, but the math alone does not give you the answer, because the real answer to renting versus buying is not a number, it is a question. And the question is about you specifically. Stay right here. Buying wins if you plan to stay for at least 7 years, if your city has strong appreciation history, and if buying does not stretch your finances so thin that you cannot invest anything else. All 3 conditions must be true. Renting wins if you might relocate in the next 5 years, if your city has low appreciation history, or if buying would consume so much of your income that your investment portfolio stops growing entirely. Buying a house at the cost of your financial future is not a win. The biggest financial mistake people make with this decision is choosing based on emotion and then finding math to justify it afterward. Wanting to own your home is a completely valid human desire. Just make sure you know what it actually costs before you commit. The last section of this video is the one that actually tells you what to do, not what most people should do, what you specifically, given your city, your income, your timeline, and your goals, should do. This is the part that matters most. If your monthly mortgage payment, including taxes, insurance, and maintenance, would be more than 30% of your take-home pay, do not buy yet. Not because buying is wrong, because buying under financial strain turns the dream into a trap.
Owning your home gives you stability, community, and the freedom to paint the walls whatever color you want. These things have real value that no spreadsheet captures. Just make sure you are paying for them with eyes open, not with assumptions that turned out to be wrong.
If you are renting and investing the difference consistently, you are not losing, you are building. The only renter who loses is the one who spends the down payment instead of investing it, and spends the monthly difference instead of investing that too.
Run your own numbers, your city, your income, your timeline, your goals. The answer to renting versus buying is personal, not universal. Anyone who tells you definitively which one is always better has not done the math for your specific situation.
The best financial decision is the one you make with accurate information, honest self-assessment, and a clear plan for what happens to the money either way. There is no universal winner. There is only your answer, built on real math, not inherited assumptions. We started with a family argument that had no answer. We end with your personal answer built on real numbers. The dinner table debate does not matter anymore. Your math does. Open a notebook, write your city, write your income, write your timeline. Then do the math, not someone else's math, yours. The answer will be clearer than you expect and more honest than any opinion you have heard at any dinner table.
Whether you rent or buy, make it a decision, not a default. Make it a choice you can explain with numbers, not just a feeling you inherited from someone else's era. The home matters. The math behind it matters more.
Tell me in the comments, are you team renting or team buying right now? And more importantly, did the math in this video change your answer at all? I genuinely want to know.
Subscribe if this video gave you clarity you did not have before. Next video, what happens to your money the day you die? That one is going to be uncomfortable, necessary, and more important than almost anything else on this channel.